Howdy, howdy, howdy. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. We're back for some streaming. Hope everything's going well. Checking out a new game I've been having my eye on for a while. It's called Paradise Lost. I don't know how long it's supposed to be. I do have another game already installed and ready to go if this one's short. I don't know if this is like a 2-hour game or 4, 8 hours. I'm not sure. Find out. So if it's short, it's like 3 hours or less. I do have another game to play after. But if it takes a little bit longer, we'll save that for like tomorrow or another day. I'm not as sure. Working properly first try? Seems to be. I was using it earlier. That seems fine. I actually found my desk is set up now. Like every time I go to stream, I forget to turn off my camera and I'll like go to use it in the afternoon for when I work out. And it's still on. I'm like, oh, I need to remember to turn that off after I stream. Leave my camera running for like 14 hours. I'm sure that's healthy. Alright, where's my game? Yeah, I use it for now when I work out because I don't have like a mirror in my room. I gotta stare at myself. That's the only way I can really do it. I mean, it's not great. It doesn't really work too well because I don't want to move it around. Right? Once I do that, I forget to move it back, and then I have to set it all up for streaming and stuff, and focus and everything. So it's not great. It works well enough. Cool beans. All right, let's see what options we got. Ooh, we use 8-bit font. Not a fan of 8-bit fonts. Dynamic FOV. Okay, I don't know what that means, but it kind of scares me. Can we change any theme one? It's for controllers. Oh, you can scroll down. Just make it different. Make it different menus. I'll leave the audio where it is. I'm going to turn it down just 2 ticks. If it needs to change, we'll change it. That's fine. Full screen windowed. Hey, a game that defaults full screen windowed. Awesome. I like that. Not. Graphics where they are. I don't see dynamic resolution. Camera's at 2.2. That's weird. Need another camera for workout? I've thought about buying another camera just for having around. But, like, I have another lens. I have a really, really nice lens. Can't change the length on it, and it really zooms in. So I'd have to like be back there for it to actually be a problem. Like if I want to go take a picture of Thor, I have to use my phone camera, and my phone camera is terrible. I've always thought about getting another camera body, so I can like take really high res pictures of Thor. Yo, Blair has a sleep schedule now. Yeah, I don't see keybinds, so I think it's just WASD. I don't think like it's too heavily involved. What is this game? It's called Paradise Lost. I've been like looking at it for a while, and it finally came out, so I thought we'd give it a try. From what I know of it, I try not to look too deeply into these games to see if they're like my kind of play style, like Call of the Sea, Close to the Sun style games. I'm trying to oh, I didn't. What's that? Change. Not effect. Okay. Probably a little both, honestly. Probably a bit of both. I think my headphones are quiet, so it's like hard for me to hear how loud it is. It's like it's static noise, so it's, I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right. But yeah, what I know, it's like it's set in Russia, I believe, and you play as like a boy, and everyone's dead. I think I could be totally wrong, but I think that's what I pieced together from like the 3 screenshots of the game I've seen. That you're hearing is going, that could be true. We all know Blair's a boomer. Alright, Paradise Lost, new game. I don't think there's like any combat or anything, so I don't think there's difficulty. Or hacking. It's a long load screen. Okay, it's a bit different than what I was thinking. Okay. Is there a game here, or are we just staring at a terminal the whole time? Ooh, this is pretty. I'm certain this is pre-rendered. Teddy bear. No, he's in the water. He's gonna get moldy. It's a long shot of this teddy bear. Okay. Denial. These stages of grief. Oh, that's so loud. Oh, that's loud. Turn it down once we get into gameplay. Yeah, WSD movement. Well, that head bobbing's kind of. Ooh, okay. Let's go down to like 3. Okay, we can load checkpoint, restart level. Interesting. At that's sensitivity. Interaction sensitivity? Weird. Okay. Let's go to like 0.7. Oh, oh, that's okay. I thought this was confirming I want to have those settings. That's what happened earlier. Okay. No. Accept. Boop. That's a little bit better. Okay, this is extremely dark. Oh, the widescreen. Every game has one. Jesus Christ.
I'm scared of the dark too. This is how we fight it. See? And now Mommy's going to make it all warm and cozy, and you tidy up your toy subject.
It's my headphone.
It'll be warm in no time. Nobody likes when it's cold, right?
I like when it's cold.
Maybe when you're big and strong, the winter will go away. What do you think? Yeah, that's what I thought. There's no way of knowing. We just have to take it day by day.
It's the teddy bear.
Did I tell you how brave you are? Well, even if I did, I don't say it enough. You think I'm boring, hmm? But that's what being a mom is all about. Being boring. Time to sleep, little one. No matter how dark the night, the new day sun will rise. Pamiętaj o tym.
On the white light. My poor eyeballs. Oh god. Please be over. Okay. I'm gonna turn this up just a little notch. Boom. I wanna go like 4.5 really. Except okay. Hey, it's like Amnesia Rebirth. We got a light. Those head bobs pretty strong. It is real dark in here. What is that? Interact. I'm gonna have to actually read this myself. May 19, 1960. I'm afraid morale is continuing to decline. Some of the men are getting restless. I suspect some of them have realized that their Oberlieutenant knows as little as they do. I understand that our mission is top secret, but we are possibly the best equipped unit in the entire German army. Our purpose still remains a mystery to us. We are sat on a veritable mountain of rifles, mortars, grenades, and missiles. Oh, there's no and. Missiles, Geiger counters, and state-of-the-art machinery that has never been tested. We even have a cutting-edge communication system, yet no sign of incoming transmissions. When will we take the fight to the enemy? Oh, well, that would have made it easier to read. Okay. Put that back. That doesn't sound like a Wolfenstein tie-in. Yo, that. Moving forward, that's a really awkward animation. I don't know why that happens. You're just standing and then you move forward and it's like whoop, whoop. Okay, we can go in there. This is seeming like a pretty shallow FOV too. It's like 70? It's maybe shallower than 70. Oh, hello. Surveillance report date, April 16th, 1960. I was dispatched to level 0 at 9:09:42. Whatever. I'm not a soldier. The patrol hatch 61B, the northernmost entrance to the shelter. Upon arrival at the shelter door, I observed as usual that nothing had changed. The door was sealed and I again encountered 0 trespassers. That concludes my daily report, which of course no one ever bothers to read. Damn, dude. Put that back. Yo, can we take this gun? This is like the Metro version of Amnesia Rebirth. This cave is so dark. Okay, we go the other way, I guess. You can see like half a foot in front of my face. We're gonna get grabbed, right? Whatever's making this noise is gonna grab us. Oh my god. Oh god, why the white light? Why does every game do this?
What was that?
I hate it. Use a black black screen instead.
All right?
Mama. It fell. Well, it's not select with the mouse up and down, right? Oh, mouse wheel. Oh, okay, interesting. It fell.
It's the rotor, Mom. It fell.
Is it broken? We can't fix the generator without it.
Kind of clunky controls.
Don't
Sold this
worry.
picture.
We should have a spare one somewhere.
Mom? Who's this?
It's no one. Do you understand? It's no one.
My eyes. Is that Dad? Is that the milkman? That's a super dark room. Yeah, gotta go turn on the power or something over here first. Hopefully when I turn on the power, get some lights in this place. Move. What? Okay. These controls are very odd. Oh, look at our jacket. Oh, we got feet. Oh god. I'm gonna throw up if I keep doing this. How do I select? What? Oh, see. Alright, this actually bothers me. Before, I tried moving the mouse up and down, and it was scroll wheel. Now it's actually moving the mouse up and down instead of the scroll wheel. Oh, okay, so it's nice. Wait, oh. I don't know if you're moving any faster when you sprint, but it zooms in the FOV, at least. I think you move like a 10th% faster. Jump. It's like a flashback. Okay. It's so weird. Okay. It's over here. We gotta go to number 4. Where Papa is. He's at number 4. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, just fuck those stairs. Scratch. Hey, my lighter back out? It's a little dark in here. I'm a little scared. I'll say, I don't think I'm gonna read all that. Jump down. Dear Grandma. Dear Grandma. You won't believe who's on the train with me. Greta Mueller. You were just playing her record to me. She's so elegant. I wish I could talk to her, but she has her own car and no one's allowed inside. There's also a cartoonist from that newspaper you always read. He even drew a picture of the Fuhrer for me, but I think he made Yoring look a little slimmer than he really is. It's an honor to be on the same train as so many talented people. I'm so sorry that I didn't get to say goodbye. It came when you were away and were so impatient and rude, nothing like I imagined they'd be. But at least they promised to deliver this goodbye letter. I hope this finds you well. I love you, Adela. Not Grandma. Poor Grandma. Are we really that small? And look, we need to full-on climb it that way. All right, let's go this way first. Oh, this is looking like a celebrity car here. All this room. To all colonists, you are advised that only one suitcase per person will be allowed, and that word. All additional belongings will be disposed of upon arrival. This rule will be reinforced by the SS race in the settlement main office. There will be no exceptions. I like Germans that write in English, but then leave some German words in there. Ooh, teacup. Oh, you can rotate it a little bit. Okay. Sure. Oh God, why? Why do they keep doing this?
And you're not going to stop me. I don't want to spend my whole life here.
He's running away.
Mama? Mama, are you okay?
Whoa, look how fast he sprints. No,
sure?
Mama. Oh God, the white light. Well, if you ever wanted, really should just have rules for the channel. If you're doing a drinking game for my streams, anytime there's a giant flash of white light, you gotta drink. Have a nice little sip of water right there. Now, Mama. Oh, that baby doll is creepy. Oh my God, you guys see that thing? Look at it in a second. Mr. Bachhuber, I'm writing to you because I have a favor to ask. I understand it is no longer my place to intervene since all of my worldly assets are now legally yours, but I hope you will grant me this final favor in any case. I'm sure the first thing you're planning to do is cut down the beech tree stood in the yard. However, a family of blackbirds has built a nest there. Please, make sure to relocate the nest before cutting down the tree. P.S. Next time I should remember to buy a train ticket from someone who somewhat resembles me. I can't speak. We look nothing alike, not to mention your passport photograph. Alas, you were the only person I know of in all of Bavaria who was granted this ticket. Ooh. Put a nickel in the ophthalmologist jar. It's a good idea. Isn't it just ophthalmologist? Spirits. Spiritus. Put that back down. Okay. Oh, some frame droppage right there. You spell check? I think it's just ophthalmologist. It's eyesight, isn't it? I don't know what an ophthalmologist is. That could be something naughty. Oh, I thought this was a person. What do we got here? Another letter. I think Grandma's behind everything, honestly. Dear Leopold, many times I prayed, please God, make me ignorant, make me blind to what is clearly in front of me. I'm just a simple machinist doing what is asked of him, but in my heart, I always knew the day would come when I had to pay for all these years of looking the other way. It pains me even more is that now the day has finally come, and you are the one who must suffer the consequences, not me. Today, I lose a friend. I can't help but wonder if it had to be this way. Maybe if I had found the courage to question my orders, I have known this would be our final journey together. I salute you, my old friend. I am truly sorry it had to end like this. Optimist? I don't know. Pull the lever. Whoa. Yeah, I like the atmosphere. The map's pretty cool. It's just really the controls that are kind of off-putting. That's just some real slow movement speed. Push the lever. We had to do both. Oh no. Ah! No, we're gonna die. Run away. Oh God. I'm so scared. Ooh. We're not in Kansas anymore. "12-year-old? I don't know. I don't know how old we're supposed to be. We're definitely... Oh, the frame rate drops. On the younger side of things. We are 12. Wow, spoilers.
Zdrowaś Maryjo, łaski pełna, Pan z Tobą, błogosławionaś Ty między niewiastami, błogosławiony owoc żywota Twojego, Jezus. Święta Maryjo, Matko Boża, módl się za nami grzesznymi, teraz i w godzinę śmierci naszej. Amen.
Of course, of course. It seems like a prayer. Ah! Oh. That doesn't seem good. That seemed bad. I think this is supposed to be open. Teddy bear. Daddy, woo, we found him. Put him back. There you go. It definitely looked like an opening animation and then like trying to climb out animation that just didn't play because it didn't open. Load checkpoint. Try it again. Not too far behind. Take 2. I think when I clicked on it before, like I came up to it and clicked on it, I didn't get the, well, this time yeah, I didn't do this. It just like applied automatically, and I think that's what broke it. Yeah, I didn't get this flashback. Okay. Well, it should be good now. Ooh. Yeah. That's the problem. Oh, okay. So Mama died in the bunker. Now we're leaving on our own. Gonna go find Papa. Oh, made it to number 1. I mean, with how everything's gone, once we reach number 4, I doubt he's gonna be there, right? Is that a warthog? Is that Pumbaa? The Lion King? Oh, still looking kind of fancy. Ooh. Oh. This is her train car, huh? Oh, my dearest Ania and Bartek. While I was on the train, I couldn't stop thinking about your sad little faces. The tears you shed as you waved goodbye shattered your dear mother's heart. Just remember, this is not my first tour, and you know I always rush home to you, my little birds. This time I'll be performing in a very special place, so you can expect an amazing gift when I return. Or even better, you can write me what your dream presents would be. I will do everything in my power to make it happen. Ania, please remember to take care of your little brother. We will see each other in no time. Love, Mommy. P.S. Remember, you can always play one of my records if you want to hear Mommy sing. Oop. Mama ain't coming home. This game's just about bad parents leaving and never coming back. What's in here? I spied alcohol. I don't think I can crouch to see what. Oh, alcohol and cheese. Ooh, some good stuff right there. Ooh, drugs. Nice. I like it. Kids. It's a childhood drama. Exactly. It's like reverse childhood drama. Now let's get off these dumb trains. Yeah. It's not gonna open. Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna go the other way. I don't really care to explore the entire world, so. Oh, look at this bunny. There's like a secret over there. I'm not gonna get to it. Elderwise, much like a seed, we grow underground in this fertile German soil. We will grow tall and bloom in July. I'm not reading poetry. Get this out of here. We didn't know. I'm running away. Leaving my children behind. Oh, I mean, slam poetry? Yeah, I'll read that. But just regular haikus and shit. Entrance instructions. In order to enter that word, follow these step-by-step instructions. All right, please. Have your eyes wise ready. Form a line at the window. Stamping something. Basically a passport. You need a passport. Socks. Read some socks. I take that? Okay. Hey, we got it. We really have to go get it stomped. Packing list. Two pairs of socks. Whoa. Not allowed. Food products including bread, cakes, pastries, chocolate, or confectionery, beeswax, animals, medicine, and other substances. Plants, including flowers or seeds, weapons, concealed blades, knives, daggers. Rope for belts? I mean, what is a belt if not rope? It's a leather rope. Stamp. Aw, yeah. Now we have a piece of paper with a circle on it. Oh, some rules. Colonists shall, upon induction, undergo an hitherto neglected vaccinations. Woo, getting vaccinated, yay. Work diligently and help those in need. Educate themselves in their choice of profession relevant to their life after the shelter. Care for their health, engage in sport, abstain from smoking and drinking, and regularly attend scheduled medical appointments. Form the authority about every irregularity. Oh my god, I can't read tonight. Irregularity, case of defeatism, and suspicious or unusual element. Report ideas for improving the colony's functioning to the commandment. Stay within permitted areas, which cover 90% of the colony's surface area. Entering restricted zones without a pass shall be punished by death. Die. Yo, a pipe? Get that pipe. The Cool Kids Club? All right. All arrivals, welcome to the Cool Kids Club. You are now located in the greetings chamber. Due to the higher air pressure, you may experience some discomfort. Do not be alarmed. Your body will soon adjust to new conditions. Staying in the Cool Kids Club, it's a guarantee of safety, innovation, and freedom from any blood crimes. All of you have been carefully chosen by the Office of Racial Policy to continue the thousand-year Reich. Here, where the degradation of the outside world cannot reach you. Here, where the physical and mentally inferior cannot perpetuate their suffering in the body of their children. Even though you are far from below the surface. This historical record that solitude provides the conditions for the greatest of societies. Yes. Solitude is the key to everything. No, it's pronounced Cool Kids Club. Didn't you read chat? I'm not pleased. I was taken from the front line in the midst of assault on the enemy, and then hidden underground like a coward, just because there may be a need for someone in my position to protect high-ranking dignitaries that may or may not arrive at the shelter. I've been preparing that attack for weeks and was denied the opportunity to ensure its success. I was told soon there will no longer be such thing as a front line, and you should consider this an honor. The audacity. I'm requesting reassignment to my previous post without delay. You go the guy. Look, I took 3 years of German in high school and I don't remember any of it. I don't speak it, right? I'm just a dumb American who can only speak American. If you want to live here, learn it. Anybody remember that political ad? Who was it? Tim James or some shit like that? I love that commercial. It makes me laugh every time. There are different methods. I saw a different path before we got into this station, and I figured like maybe there's something over there, but if there's actually a different way in here, that's kind of cool. Boop.
Huh?
Figured maybe it was like a collectible or like some more stuff to read. Oh god. Just kidding. Yeah, smack. Break the wall. Oh shit, we broke it too much. Anger. I made it through denial. Is this just the stages of grief after mom died? Is that what we're going through? And then we'll have bargaining, acceptance. What is it? Acceptance after that? Two is not the same as 4. We're moving through this pretty quick. Is that a telephone call? What's going on here? Oop. Oh, okay. Weird. Oh my god, so much to read. I'm not gonna read all that. I'll read some notes. I'm not reading an instruction manual. I'm not putting together IKEA furniture here. I'm playing a game. A weird poster. Well, I gotta read this entire book? No. Okay, it's a picture. Oh no, people. Okay. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Some pictures. Someone just drawing their desk here. Looks just like it. Got some blueprints. My nose is so itchy. Yes. Rockets. 5 stages of grief for people leave baby rage. Give please Pepe hand and feel strong, man. Nice. Feel all those emotions every day. Between Max Pfeiffer and Gunther Ludwig. Max, what in fuck's name are you cretins playing at? I still don't have any spell. If you're under the impression that I'll wait till harvest, let me clear that up for you right now. I won't. Gunther. Everyone suddenly lost their fucking minds over that grain. 30 times a day they'll call me from the Vaterland. From the Bohemian and the Moravian protectorates, even from France. All ranting about some stupid wheat. Countless generations since the Middle Ages never touched stuff and didn't seem to mind. Max. I mind. I have orders to ensure the delivery is completed. Gunther. Grain isn't a widget. Can't just churn out more. You think I haven't been trying to find some? Write a complaint to the Ministry of Agriculture. Not the grains, dude. I need my grain. What they say, eat your grains to have a big brain. Oh, whoa, it's me. What's up? Haha, you can't see me, you dumb camera. Oh, get broken. You ever just break a camera's ankles? Acceptance speech. I'm not reading an acceptance speech. I'm not accepting anything. Giant vacuum tube TV. Could be. Probably. Mm-hmm. It's that thing. I know what those are. Yes, of course. Whoa. Can't climb this? Wow, lame. Like this is gonna open or something. Right? Oh god. Entire book. Okay. Interesting. Oh, we're gonna go out that way. Okay. How does this open? That's closed. Camera wanna look at me now? Look at me! Oh, just looking at me. Oh, what is this? Oh. I missed this thing. Too busy looking at the TV. Ah, yeah, huh? You put a clamp on the thing, and it, yeah. All right, what are we doing here? I'm not really sure what the game wants from me right now. I'm gonna be honest. There's like an interaction on this door that I missed. Oh. I just have to walk near it and it opens.
Huh?
Yeah, huh? It's my thoughts, exactly. Okay. Very, huh. What do we got here? Oh. Oh, okay, it's the microphone. Hello, somebody help me. I know you're out there. You gotta say, I know you're out there.
You're out there.
Was it the cameras? Did you see them following you? They are not easy to operate.
What do you want?
Who says I want anything? I was just watching you out of curiosity.
Who are you?
I came here to look for things to scavenge, just like you. I mean, that's why you're here, right? Ah, you can tell me.
I'm looking for someone.
No. I'm looking for someone.
I haven't seen anyone else here, but hey, I can help you with that. I'm in some sort of control center, so I've got a pretty good view of things. There are cameras, switches, and whatnot in here. I could help you find whoever it is you're looking for. What do you say?
I'm just gonna free scroll it and then click.
What do you want in return?
Just a small favor. Somehow I got myself locked in here. So I just need you to find the control room and get me out. You help me and I help you. That is called a quid pro quo.
Voiceover is a little immersion breaking. I was just thinking the main character, the guy we're playing, his voice reminds me of the Clarence voice and remember Necrolog in Twilight Othercake? Like, obviously it's more of a kid's voice, but like the accent is very familiar. I'm waiting for him to say amoeba. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
See? We can even learn from each other on the way. So, will you help me?
Okay, I will.
Dobrze. I will help you. Tell me how.
So, I have this map and I think I figured it out. We are on level 2.
Ooh.
Should be -2 if you ask me. Anyway, the room you're in is connected to a warehouse that leads to the forge. And that's where the control room should be.
And that's where you are.
That's right. Just come here and get me out before I completely lose my mind. Oh, as a gesture of goodwill, I'll even open the door for you. What?
Whoa.
So, I guess I should get going.
Yep. Be careful out there.
We both sound way too energetic and happy for the situation.
Something?
You won't hurt me, right?
You won't hurt me, right?
I wasn't planning to, but now you mention it. Kidding. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, it's
so
loud.
If you see a microphone, you can say hi. Or whatever.
Okay. Just kidding.
This place is made of salt. I mean the cave, not the warehouse. I figured I would entertain with some facts
Oh,
about
God.
this place. That might have been the only fact I know about this place. There are speakers all over the warehouse, so you will be hearing from me.
I didn't know she was gonna keep talking while I picked up notes or anything. The first supplies available to colonists will be any metal, wood, or leather that can be salvaged from the trains used in the Operation Untertauchen submergence. They should thus be thoroughly stripped and their materials refurbished and put to immediate use. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Ooh, what is this? D&D thing? Character sheet? Oh yeah, I got some dye over here. Look at these nerds. Get it because he's a kid. I'm not a kid, you're a kid. Oh, you gotta go up to go down. See, I always tell you guys this. You gotta go up to go down. No, the Nazis invented D&D.
What do
It's,
they
you know.
keep in those containers? Nothing very useful if they are still unopened. Unless they never got a chance to open them. Maybe they didn't know how?
The like effect they're putting on her voice because we're in a cave is really weird. We got over here.
I can't get through.
I can see that. I have an idea, but I need your help.
What?
Okay.
Do you see that crane? I think I can
No.
control it from here. But
That crane up there?
release it from that thing. Can you do something about that?
I can try.
I can try. Fuck it.
That lever, you need to pull it.
Okay, when you say that lever, you know, useful if you pointed out which lever. The one I already pulled, or a different lever. Let me go try it again. I figure this was for the door, right? Okay, it's not that lever. Oh, this lever. You know, saying something like that lever to your right or that lever behind you, something. Be a little helpful.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. That did a whole lot. Am I supposed to climb up there now? Or?
What are you planning to do with that rocket?
Be quiet, I need to focus.
Oh god.
Watch out! It might blow up.
Won't blow out.
Sounds so apathetic.
Are you alright?
How did you know it wouldn't blow up?
How did you know it wouldn't blow up?
I didn't.
So you risk my life?
Hey, I got you out of there, didn't I? Anyway, I don't see any cameras in there.
She seems like a nice
So I'll
person.
meet you on the other side.
Yeah, that door kind of crumbled. Did not hold up very well. Not at all. This thing was paper thin. Either you got out or you die. Either way, you're not stuck anymore. True. But if she wants to get out, you know, she needs our help. So killing us, not a great idea. Right? You spin me right round, baby, right round. Spin again. Boop. One more Gans. Oh yeah. Nope. No more buttons. Whoop. Yeah, we can't take this gun? Why would you not take this? Why would you not take any of these? He probably doesn't have the arm strength for it, that's why. But still, I mean, like... Can't wait to get to level 4. The dad just pops out of nowhere and just shoots you. He's like, ah, stranger, bam, shot, dead. Or the plot twist is we're the father all along. And this is the mother. That'd be a pretty crazy plot twist. They should do that. Should make that a thing. Ooh, a ladder. Oh, this is gonna take forever. It's like a 5-minute ladder climb.
The lieutenant's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Woo!
There's only a handful of us left alive, while plenty of Germans are still scattered all over the place.
We'll get them.
I know we will. I just know that there's a more efficient way of doing it.
Efficient. You're starting to sound like that.
I sound like a scientist who doesn't want unnecessary bloodshed.
So, what are you suggesting as a scientist?
I'm suggesting we turn on that computer and use it against them like we did before.
No! Out of the question.
Think about it. It can scan the area and find all of them for us.
I said no. We will no longer use their technology. You disconnected it yourself. You know what it requires to operate. How are we different from them if we can live with those consequences?
It is too late to help them anyway, and without it, it will take us weeks to find the Nazis.
Let it take months. Do not bring this up again. That's an order.
Must I remind you, I'm the reason we found this place? Who are you to order anything?
I'm first in command now.
Ooh. They turn on the Thinker from Minerva's Den. It's a very different game than I remember. Oh, another gun? Nice. I can't read any of those titles.
What happened here?
We'll never know.
Pull yourself together. Pull yourself together. No. I can't do it. Fuck. No one ever shot at me before. Few ounces of lead. A few thousand feet per second. I won't even notice. I won't even notice. A man shoots. The Lord carries the bullet. Let it be.
A man shoots, a slave obeys. Wait, that's not the thing.
Hello?
Hello? Where are you? Oh, is this the door?
This is the right room, isn't it?
She's not here. I thought it was when I first heard that, I was like, did my phone just go off? You get like a text alert? It's like, oh wait, no. No, there's no cell phones in this game. She's an AI? Oh, it is the Thinker. Boop.
Hey, where are you?
Memory
What
tube.
do you mean? I'm still here waiting for you.
I'm in the room you told me to go to.
What? That's impossible.
Is this another trick?
What is wrong with you? Is this another one of your tricks?
No, I'm not playing any games with you.
Then why did
That's
you
why she's so
ask me?
happy.
I didn't lie, okay? Oh, this goddamn place. I really thought it was here. It really means a lot that you trusted me. I'm sorry I disappointed you. The truth is, I don't know what's happening to me. I've been locked in here for I don't know how long, and I'm getting really scared. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you are my only hope.
Hope isn't going to help me find a way.
You're right.
What are you doing?
Doing?
Just give me a second. Yes, I got it. It says here, you're in a control room, right? So you're probably talking through an EVE console.
I guess.
That machine has control over the entire area. We should be able to get access to the maps, doors, shafts, everything.
Haha, she's.
But the screen says it needs a memory tube.
Huh. I wonder what that's for. See if you can find one lying around. I'm looking it up right now. It says here that the memory tubes have something to do with the oversight system for the whole bunker.
Whoa.
Events back when the system was still working.
They were like audio tapes, but visual. Yeah, I saw this on Rick and Morty once, dude. Open any of these? Alright. I'm looking for a tube of some sort. Oh, that looks like a tube. Alright. That's probably what we need. Let's check all these anyways. Yeah, it's not a super original twist. If she's the computer. But, yeah. It is what it is. Let's go see what this does. I mean, how do you think I got so smart, Solar? Boop. Put the memory tube in. Gone, SwearPants. Slightly more likable than Wilmar. True. Slightly. If we were the computer? Oh shit, you're right. That would be cooler. Route A or B? Troop deployment to the area, 138 seconds. Building survival, 96. Oh, okay. It just chose for me. I was... I guess. I'm still choosing. Okay, that guy's dead. Rip.
I told you in front of her.
He reached for his gun. What was I supposed to do?
Okay, let's see what we can do about this machine.
Hurry.
It knows we're breaking in.
I don't know what's going on here.
Sometimes it takes a moment. Let me try that again.
Didn't you say you've done this before?
I mean, they're trying to break into the computer, is what it seems like, but I don't know why we're seeing this, or why it matters.
Should have done that in the first place.
The encryption codes. It seems they are the same ones I helped crack years ago.
How do we have those people upstairs?
Just give me a moment. This is incredible.
What?
This machine, the things it can do. A day-night cycle, agriculture systems, air filtration.
Don't get used to those. We shut this thing down as soon as we had our people. So,
Wait until this guy sees Minecraft.
Right.
Blow his damn mind.
It's an all-out war out there.
we need to do something.
The protocol won't let me.
Then change the fucking protocol.
We could do that. Initiated on that. It worked.
That's exactly what we need. Keep it up.
I'm not doing anything.
This might be the most underwhelming audio log of all time.
It's deciding on an outcome.
That's what.
But there's no good option.
All out offensive or what? B. I I don't know. I don't care.
Done. How long is it going to take before...
That was pretty horrific.
Yeah. Sure.
It's like the bunker was trying to defend itself.
By any means necessary. I guess that's all war really is in the end. People killing each other in desperation. Did it end?
Did what end?
The war. Did the war end?
I think so. I don't really know.
Yeah, no one tells me anything either. So, what was it like where you came from?
It was lifeless.
There's no one out there. Everything is dead.
That's sad to hear.
So, what do we do now?
Now, I have access to the control system in this area, and I can let you out of this room. I'll study the map and try to find the central control room. Go straight through the forge. There should be a passage down there.
Okay. Oh, okay. Ooh, the lag. That was kind of... That's sad to hear. Sure. I'm not sad, you're sad. And off we go. Whee!
So this is where all the trains were supposed to go.
Handy dandy microphone. Boop.
It's a dead end.
What?
There's no way to keep going.
According to my map, there should be a pipe there. It leads directly to the living area. Can't you see it?
So? You expect me to jump?
Listen, I wouldn't have let you here if I didn't think you could do it.
I can't. Is that really the only way down?
Is that really the only way down?
No, the options are good.
From this part of the bunker, at least.
Time to jump.
Trusted me once. I just need you to trust me again.
I don't trust this robot at all.
Part of the cooling system for this forge. There's a small reservoir at the end that should soften your landing. At least there should be.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I know you are. You said the world outside is lifeless, right?
So what?
So even though it's an empty, unforgiving place, you survived. You are a fighter. You can do it.
What will happen if I don't jump?
What will happen if I don't jump?
Have you ever felt helpless? Like you have no control over the things going on around you? Like you have to just accept whatever happens next, no matter how painful it is? Things don't have to be like that this time. You're in control now. So, to answer your question, if you don't jump, there's a chance you'll end up asking yourself, what if? And that's an awful feeling.
Okay, I will do it.
That convinced me. I'm all in.
Everything's going
You got
to
me.
be alright. Trust me. You can swim, right?
Time to jump. Kobe. Oh. Bargaining. I can't swim. Yeah, she asked that too late. Oh no. I'm such a good swimmer. Better find a way to warm up or we're gonna get hypothermia. I'm sure that's not gonna happen in this game. Right? Clothes aren't soaking wet in the freezing cold. Boop. That little jump. number 3. Wow, we're so close. We'll find Dad in no time. Papa? Was warm water? Oh, it could have been. Oh, shit.
What is this place?
A fish monster? An artificial beach? Alright, alright. There's always a lighthouse. Always a man. Always a weird computer robot thingy. Alright, well. Walking back. And we're walking. So a nice little shower. The fuck is this statue? The hell?
For you walked in the presence of titans. It's a memorial.
It's the most badass memorial I've ever seen.
Loading, I saw it not recording.
God damn. Pretty cool. Look how shiny these floors are. Who's keeping this up? Who's cleaning these floors? You are? Good job. You're squeaky clean. Does anyone... Stay silent. You're sneaking in. Stomping around.
It always amazes me how short your memories are. I walk these corridors day after day and hear the growing whispers. What if he's right? Maybe he has a point. What if, what if? Let me remind those who have forgotten. When the Battle of the Bunker ended, we went looking for German civilian survivors. None were found alive. Must I remind you why? Because the bunker's machinery had removed them from the battlefield so they wouldn't interfere with the counter-attack, only to suffocate them in one of the unventilated hangars. Is this the kind of effectiveness we're looking for? Is that the value we put on human life? I will say it once more. No! I will never allow these machines to be turned on again.
Well, somebody turned them on. So, a computer single-handedly took out all the Nazis? Is that what they're getting at? Am I supposed to feel bad about that? Order number 210. Effective immediately, all the cameras in the compound are to be disabled until the debugging of each room takes place. All the communication that pertains to matters of production strategy, distribution, future plans is to be conducted through written messages. Time being, assume that all your conversations are being monitored. You just listen. Yo, Stoner with a tier 3 for 58 months. Jeez, man. Who turned the thing back on? I did it. I'm assuming it was the dad. I'm assuming the dad either built the computer or he turned it back on. Right? That's where we have to be going with this. Thank you so much. A true king. At tier 3. Yo, look at this sword. It's an interesting sword. Should grab it. Use it. Open sesame. Ah, surprise. I'm here. Order number 108. All Nazi documents are to be left untouched. Despicable as they are, we will not burn them. The Nazis already burned all evidence of their atrocities on their own. We do not need to aid them. When the war finally ends, and it will end, these documents will be used to expose them, hold them to account. All the documents are to be stored in the file room. The file room.
Hello, can you hear me? It's not working. I need to find a control room.
Control room. I thought you meant the fire room.
It's locked.
Okay. That's a painting. Even though we're stomping up these stairs. Gotta be quiet. All these doors are locked. Busted out the camera. This door has no lock. Surprise! Cool looking hat. Red shoes. Surprise! Nope, no one in here. Yo, a guitar though. Can't play it. Yo, I must be a vampire. Oh no, wait, I can sort of see my reflection. Am I like a ghost? What is happening? Surprise! Man. Yes. Of course, the horse. That church looks familiar.
That church, it looks familiar. I think I passed in my way here.
Alright, talk. Got to turn RTX on, you're right, right. Surprise! Yeah, no one's here. What we got? I went out mushroom picking. Not that I thought I'd find any, mind, but because I like wandering around among the trees. So I stumbled upon a gnarled beech, looked up, and over by a clump of thistle I saw a white she-goat. A miracle, I thought. There hasn't been a living creature to be found since we ate that last hen 10 years back. And lo and behold, a goat. Where could it have come from? Right away I thought Velis must have favored us, to send a blessing like that. I walked up to it. It didn't run. It let me rope it and walked back to the settlement, by my side like a dog on a leash. Went straight to the high priest to share the wonderful news. I hoped it'd give us milk with healing properties. Whoa. We got a goat. There's nobody to surprise. I mean, it's the quarantine life, right? Came and play hide and seek. The goat is behind everything. Surprise! Oh, damn. Is this the file room? This looks like a file room. Oh, so much reading in here. Dear Willie, I know you do not need anyone to tell you how to do your job, but I would like to alert you to a problem. I've received reports that despite constant guidance and instruction, many people still do not understand the concept of the colony. Some fear being locked up underground, or even those that left on the surface will have it better. If I were to prune away all such doubters, I would lose half the settlers. That would my reading is going out the window. The would-be strength of this colony. So hit upon an idea. Perhaps we could, in some undemanding way, share with our colonists the history of the Aryans and Atlanteans from whom we descend. After all, if our ancestors could thrive after losing their homeland, we too can emerge from our ordeal, defeat our enemies, and bring about the rebirth of the great Germany, of our great Germany. With your storytelling talents, this tale would surely soften the hearts of doubters and calm frayed nerves. What do you think? Your friend, Max. Yes, the classic tale of the Atlanteans. How they all survived and still are a thing. At the request of Willem Strick, I have agreed to lead a talk about a mix of cocaine, something painkillers in there somewhere. I don't know. There's cocaine here. That's what I learned from that note. We got goats and cocaine. One hell of a party. Surprise! Whoa. Wowers. Order request. I'm writing to you again to request permission to use the Nazi technology. People are starving. We can't continue to live in the dark like this. How many more women have to suffer miscarriages before you see things clearly? I'll write to you every single day till you realize that there's no other way. Look. Surprise! Oh, there's no one in here. Boop. Secret bookcase. I'll open this. Okay. Oh, there's a hole in the wall over here. What is this?
It must be a key to the locked doors.
Okay. Sure. Any German occupier still hiding in the shelters to be sought, put on trial, and sentenced for their crimes. They include civilians, workers, and of course military personnel. This goes for any Polish collaborators as well. What's going on? I mean, it's just the Nazis lost the war, or are losing the war, so they want to all hide in this bunker. And then the computer thing just started killing everybody, and it took control, so they shut it down and hacked into it, I think, is what's going on. Yo, it's Greta Miller. I think we're just coming here to find her dad after mom passed away. I think is plot. And the girl's the computer, maybe. Oh, are these doors now open? Is this the key card? More stuff over here? Oh, there was. Maybe we can surprise someone here. It's locked. Oh god. I mean, someone's in there. please don't leave. I knew that others were considering leaving. I just never realized you were one of them. If you go, Dominica won't let us see each other ever again. You know that she doesn't allow any of his followers to interact with us. Is his superstitious gibberish more important to you than me? Surprised it doesn't open. Oh god. Whoa, it's a moose. Key card. Boop. Surprise! Shit. Dominica, fine, I will leave. Anyone who wants to join me is welcome to do so. But to those who choose to stay, I ask, where do you draw the line? You are happy to reap the rewards, but unwilling to pay the proper respects? Ignore the divine powers that gave us these luxuries. If you decide to bow your heads to the gods that made this all possible, come with me. Yeah, that's a drawing. Oh, someone could see me from up here. I was being watched the entire time.
Processing power is at least 50,000 times greater.
50,000 times.
The American's ENIAC. Its construction employs newly discovered methods of neural communication, sustained by faint electrical impulses and the activation of normally unused parts of the Gehirns. What's Gehirns? Gehirn. Here it is. Gehirn. What? That can't be.
All right. Boop. Surprise! More computer. Surprise the computer. Beep. Hacking in again. Oh, we're building a body.
Okay, let's see if bidirectional communication is working. Clearly not. We'll have to find a workaround. What if... I know it's not ideal, but...
We're building a gate.
the
Wow.
circumstances...
I
This
date
will
that
have
computer.
to do for now. I'd like you to press the button, if you can hear me.
Beep.
Dobrze. Let's try another experiment, shall we?
The computer?
As I suspected, this won't be straightforward.
Straightforward.
There's some sort of safeguard blocking my input. Now, this makes no sense. Why build a huge machine with this much computing power and then make it impossible for the operator to use it? Unless it doesn't want me to make any changes. It wants you to make them.
I gotta make them.
I
Whoa.
just tried to access the part of the system. Can you enable it?
Enable.
That's it. It worked.
We did it.
Let's not waste any more time. You always said you wanted your own garden someday.
18 acres, 26, 30 acres.
What do you feel like planting?
Go, give me some of that grain. Spelt water amount. Yeah, I'm a 6 to 10 inches kind of guy.
Remember, we must be careful not to overwater the crops.
Automatic harvest.
What's happening? We must have initiated the automated calibration cycle. It's overloaded.
I don't know if those choices matter at all. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think they probably do.
Remember, we prepared for this. We need to disable some of these processes before...
Where everything blows up.
You have to authorize its change. I can only request them for you. Now, disable them as quickly as possible.
I'm tapping. Oh, spam.
That's it. Now for the next one.
I'm going. Disable.
You're doing great.
Seems like a really bad idea.
It's no use.
Disable. Disable. Doing everything.
That's it. We're turning it off.
We're doing it.
Jasna cholera. It won't let me.
Is that you? Say something.
He turned it on.
Turn what on? What are you talking about?
That machine, he turned it on. I don't think he's supposed to do that.
Who
Shut up,
cares?
kid.
I haven't heard from you since that jump. Do you know how worried I was? Are you alright? Well,
I'm fine.
Fine.
then why didn't you say so? Where are you? I haven't seen you on my monitors.
Lockjaw used to live here.
Lucian used to live
Oh,
here.
Lucen.
The man you've been looking for. Wait, so you found the living quarters. Good. According to my map, they are on level 3. I'll try to find you with the cameras. I don't want to lose sight of you anymore. Do you understand? We need to
Lockjaw.
stay focused, okay?
Good old Lucky John.
Tell me you understand.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Lucky John gonna be our papa? Our papadre? This kid stomps around. Don't I have the keycard for this?
My name's Emma. I thought you should know.
Ewa. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Alright. Press the button. Boop.
My name is Shimon.
Simon.
Nice to meet you.
Ah, shit.
I'm sorry if I came across as
Damn it, it's Simon again.
After we talked, I realized how selfish it was of me to expect you to make that stupid jump. My
Selma
first
all
thought
over
was
again.
to scream out your name to stop you, but then I realized that I don't even know what it is. So, I'm sorry. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
It's okay.
It's okay. Everything is fine. I will find you. And then we will figure this all out.
Thank you, Shimon.
Should have known. Should have known it was Simon the whole time. A key card good for this? Boop. Surprise! Oh, very. Got surprised myself. So what?
Cameras have been disabled.
Where the audience go?
I'd love to see how the German aliens lived.
I bet it's glamorous.
Is this thing even on?
Ooh. Go shopping? Tracker things named Simon to stop and still, or no? Simon's usually a name to
Shimon,
avoid.
is that you? I can hear your footsteps.
Yeah, you can hear his footsteps a mile away. This guy
I'm here.
stomps.
Okay. I think there's a working camera in here. It's so dirty I can barely see a thing.
There's nothing.
Honestly, there's nothing to see here.
I'll be the judge of that, thank you very much. Find something to help you clean the camera.
Oh my god, I gotta clean the camera. Grab that rag. That's a long fork. I need that. Look at the size of that thing. Whoa. This is where Greta formed? The lore coming together? I don't know where the camera is, to be honest. It's probably upstairs, right? Hello, I would like one soup, please. No soup? Okay. Come back later. Oh, yeah, okay. It's okay. There you go, little buddy.
It works. Wow. What big eyes you have. Now you should say. Oh, the better to see you with. Do you know that story? The moral is you shouldn't trust strangers because they'll eat you. But I promised not to eat you if that makes you feel better.
You weren't kidding when you said there's nothing here. This place is a mess.
Wait, what's that at the end of the balcony?
The balcony.
Who'd have thought that poles wouldn't keep things as tidy as
His
Germans?
kidneys are starting to fail. There is not much we can do for him now.
Serious? You know that.
I'm too tired to have that discussion again.
What do you want from them? To pray their problems away? It hasn't helped them so far.
Glad there's subtitles for this
That
game.
was horrific. I don't even know what to say.
Okay.
I'm sorry it was such a disappointment.
It's not your fault. That's just the way things are.
Are we done here? What's going on? Go backstage. Doesn't maybe these doors open? Oh, okay, we can just go in here. Surprise! Damn. There ain't no one here. What is this? Someone's safe is broken open. Took all the loot. Painting a train car. Surprise! Damn. Watch the one time I stop doing it, it's gonna pop up. And I'm gonna get surprised. Weekly report. A lot of people went. Some came back. Not all of them came back. This continues. I guess we're fucked. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. An altered twinkle, twinkle, little star. Also, I don't think BloodThunder's running. Hold on, let me get him going on the other screen. Just in case. Ooh, big drop. Break her legs. Snap. What's behind door number 2? Surprise. Okay. So scared. No devotional or ritualistic objects are permitted in the shelter. You can anonymously surrender any such objects in this room. If you're found with any in your possession, you'll be charged with treason. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Still no one here. Okay. Winds? Is that sound? Go in here. What we got? Dear all. When they cheated us during the food distribution, that should have been the last straw. I was naive to think they could still be reasoned with. I don't think anyone has more doubts. We strike at noon. Remember, these people no longer resemble the people you once knew. He's brainwashed them. Don't pity them. They wouldn't afford you the same guidance. Beep, beep. Boop.
Hey, I was getting lonely, so I figured I'd call you. I hope you don't mind.
Your name was Eve?
Did you say your name was Eve?
Could you please not compare me to a lifeless machine? It's Eva. E-W-A. Eva.
W.
I thought we agreed to trust each other.
I do trust you. I'm sorry.
I do trust you, I'm sorry.
I have an idea. Each of us says something about
Uh-oh.
themselves.
Bad idea.
Something personal. I'll start.
This is a real bad idea.
I was born in Krakow, but I spent most of my life living in a small...
This is all fake.
mountains.
This isn't real.
My dad is sort of a pastor. I was always
He's a
really
pasta?
impressed by how he
What kind of pasta is he?
managed to inspire
Like a
his
spaghetti?
but I never
ravioli?
told my mom.
I wish my dad was a ravioli.
Remember something personal.
I have a slingshot at home that I really like.
I have a slingshot at home that I really like.
Rigatoni.
That's a good start.
That's all you're getting from me.
Too personal, but we'll get there.
I should keep going.
Right. Thanks for the chat, Shimon. Talk to you later.
Where are we going? I don't think we can get up here. In? I thought it was gonna be trapped for a second. There's something else in here? little sneaky doorway. Surprise! We'll get him eventually. Definitely someone behind this door. I can just tell. Surprise! Ah, shit. A memory tube. We're gonna get some memories. Ooh. Boop.
Can you let me out of here?
Sure, just give me a second to find you on the monitors.
I found another Eve memory tube.
We don't need to play it. The system doesn't seem to require it.
What if I want to?
Why would you want to?
She doesn't want me to see it.
Could come from digging up the past? So far, it's all been stories of destruction and betrayal.
We gotta watch it.
I found the man I'm looking for in one of these recordings.
I'd rather you didn't waste our time with another memory tube. You know my opinion, do what you want.
I want to play.
I want to play it.
I can't stop you, can I?
Nope. Boop, boop, boop. 100%. Grab some popcorn. We're hacking it.
At this rate, we should be able to leave the bunker in a couple of months. That is, if we choose. Huh? Answer it.
Lucian, we need to talk.
Well, this certainly is a surprise. To what do I owe the pleasure, Dominica?
I want to negotiate.
No. As I've already told you, the situation is simple. We split the food 3 ways. You get a third, we get a third, and the rest will be given as an offering to the gods. If it weren't for their guidance, we wouldn't have found the food to begin with. We must pay.
Sacrifice the goat. Sacrifice the goat.
Fine.
We'll split the food 3 ways, but on one condition. You take down those turrets.
I'll take them down. Eventually. If you keep your end of the bargain for the next 2 months, then I'll agree to remove them. Think of it as a grace period.
If you want production to continue, then you need to take them down. Now.
The thing is, Dominica, I need you less than you might think. Come back when you've come to your senses.
Wait. Let's not make any hasty decisions. I'm sure we can come to an understanding, Lucian.
What's happening? Deactivated.
Shirts are gone.
She tricked us. I don't know what you're...
You'll find out soon enough. But I can promise this won't end well for you.
Find her.
The betrayal.
Get those turrets back online quickly. Show me the map. They're already on their way. They mustn't get across the bridge, do you understand? Hold them back.
Enable traffic. Close gate. Doing it. Threat level high. Blunt weapons detected. 420. What? Close the gate.
It's not working.
Uh-oh. Can't close it.
We have to blow it out.
Shit.
We have to blow up the bridge, do you understand? There is no other way. If we don't, all of this will have been for nothing.
Blow it up.
The turrets are back
Blowing
online.
up those clouds of smoke.
Authorize the use of lethal force. Make sure no one's on the bridge when it explodes.
14 civilians in the line of fire. Authorize. Blow them up. Whoa, no, oh my god.
I didn't want this. I didn't want any of this. You made me do this.
Blow up the computer in the process? What happened? What's happening? Everything's frozen. Okay. So our papa's mass murder. Got it. Surprise! Oh, is this the bridge? The bridge we blew up? Shit, they were really close then. They were right there. Thanks, Dad. They just look across this. Oh, maybe they couldn't. Well, they could. Little Stomps McGee here can do it. Oh, a little sidestep action. Uh-oh. Okay.
Boy.
Yes, I also call myself boy when I'm talking to myself. Just keep playing the game, boy. Whoop. Coming through your defensive lines. Yep. Really getting their use out of that animation. Careful the turrets. Nah, I hacked them. They're not any good. Where are we going, huh? Where's we going? We gotta go up and get down on the other side again. Surprise! Shit. Eventually there's gonna be someone there. Yo, Fire Truck, what's up, dude? Thanks for the 13 months, man. Section of the keyword goat. I'm not reading all that. Something goat. Goat. Boop. I feel like I just want that door open, right? I don't know. You see the big biceps.
Can you see this?
No, where are you?
It looks like a food processing factory.
Ooh, food. Uh-oh.
Eva?
Okay. Go. It's the pig line. No, I'm gonna die. Stop the machine.
Stop the machine!
It is the pig line. My feet. Oh. These piggies. Some cowies. Or these giant goats. Where'd they get all this food from? Oh, greenhouse. Sick. Boop.
Eva, can you hear me? I thought I was going to die.
More goat.
I need to tell you something. You saved my life, and not just now. When my mom passed away, I didn't think I could carry on alone.
Oh.
There was no one, nothing left for me to live for. I tried looking for Lucian because I needed someone to be there for me. And that someone was you, not him.
I love you.
I have a goal now. I'm going to find you.
He just latches on, huh? Where they keep the cabbages at? What's in the trash? According to the settlement office, we are be supplied with 200 tons of spelt no later than March 1st, 1960. No such delivery has been made thus far. This is an urgent matter. Expect prompt response. Response. Your request has been noted. The delay is due to unfathomable stupidity of Polish bandits. They want to blow up an SS outpost, but their explosives exploded prematurely, destroying a nearby storage facility that was holding spelt, and for Zolzendorf. We will supply you with spelt as soon as possible. Yo, give me that spelt. Trying to smoke some spelt. Surprise! Hey, we surprised the plants. Some tomatoes. Some tomatoes? Alright. Ripe and delicious. Surprise! I mean, he is 12. The hormones probably would kick in. So all they got here is tomatoes? I mean, I guess you can make pizza sauce. Spelt crust. Some marinara. Sure, we can find some cheese somewhere, right? People have gone completely fucking nuts. This whole faith of the ancestors thing. They want to make sacrifices. We don't have enough food to just be tossing it away. So the gods may feast. But I need to think of something that will satisfy the gods, but keep the offering intact. There has to be a fire. Otherwise, they won't buy it. And when I throw something on it, the flame should spurt up. Maybe some kind of LED thing? I think I saw some light somewhere. Just have to keep the dolts away from the sacrificial fire, or they'll catch on. A hollow tree should be a good spot for making sacrifices. There needs to be a hole behind the fire with a photovoltaic cell hooked up to a circuit, so it sends an impulse that increases the flame. Underneath, there can be a container for the sacrifices, which will go right back to the storehouse. Damn, if I had known I'd end up being forced to meddle with electronics, I'd never have decided to become a priest. Are LEDs a thing in the World War II era? There's this guy like super ahead of his time. Yeah, right now? Yeah, damn. Next speedrun? No. Oh, this is a big surprise right here. Oh. Hey. On to depression. Oh, fuck. Ah, shit. We're back here again. This is number 4? Number 4! We made it.
Never
Papa's here.
This is
Papa
where labs are
is
supposed to
depressed.
be.
I knew you'd make it.
Our dad's depression.
Yes, I'm here if you need me.
Home sweet home. Been here before.
I don't see a microphone. How are you hearing me?
I don't know.
The civilian commandant demonstrates top secret. A demonstrates incompetence, endangers the completion of the Eve project, leads the colony into disarray, or places its continued existence in danger. Fails to meet production quotas for 3 consecutive months. B exhibits signs of incapacity, mental or physical illness, rendering him incapable of performing his duties. He must be eliminated and a replacement chosen. Damn.
Hey, I can see the top of your head in one of the cameras.
Where? What? A key?
How are
Is that a
you
key?
talking
Oh,
through this?
What do you mean?
Oh.
It looks like a portable camera.
Whoa.
Cool. Now I'll be able to see everything you see.
Can you open
Can
the
you
door?
see what I see?
Can, but I need its serial number. Try looking for an electrical.
The elevator's stuck.
I think it's the same one that you took before. If it hadn't broken down, I might never have found you.
Wait, the elevator it took before. When did it take an elevator? Serial
I
number.
have to type it in.
Beep, boop, boop,
Okay,
boop.
got it. It should be open now. We're unstoppable.
Oh god. Oh god. Ooh, there's a birdie tunnel.
By the way, I heard everything you said down there in that food processing place.
Oh,
I just wanted to tell you that I understand. I know what it's like to be left alone. Things stop making sense, everything's hopeless, but you have to keep going. Especially now, when we are so close. The control room is somewhere on this level.
this is incredible. How deep underground are we?
I'm not sure.
About 20 feet, give or take. A couple miles.
I'm pretty sure that's not the way.
Oh, okay. This is the way.
Are those the labs?
It looks more like a prison to me.
So this is where they kept the criminals.
This is the prison? Damn, nice looking prison.
Don't seem to have any control over this place. Its core architecture is much older than anything else around here.
Yo, Olive, the sub-a-dub dub.
Frame.
Thank you so much. You know a lot about this stuff.
You know a lot about this stuff.
Well, I have a lot of time on my hands just sitting here.
How do we get in there? I'll probably just like open all the doors at once or something. Are these the cells? Yeah, these are some nice looking cells. We got bars, it's got glass windows. Damn. Stegosaurus jammies. Nice. Got the jams on. Surprise! Oh, shit. No one in here.
They
Rules.
needed permission to go downstairs. They were issued a
you stop talking now?
punch card for good behavior. So, if we want to go downstairs, we'll have to find an unused punch card. Try opening up the cells.
Okay. Rules and regulations. Curfew. Metrons may not leave their rooms between that time and that time. Was it 9 p.m. and 6:30 a.m.? Hygiene. Matrons are required to maintain good personal. I'm not reading all this shit again. Break the rules anyways. Oh, the frame rate.
Let's grab the punch card and get out of here.
Dear Professor.
But the prisoners who were kept here were all fertile.
Not reading it.
Why?
I don't
Oh.
know.
A pregnancy ward? Oh, being pregnant's a crime.
Here's one.
Oh, is this the punch card already?
Looks like it's all used up.
Ah, shit. Those are one-use punch card. How do you get used 6 times? How'd that make sense, huh? Oh, look at the artwork.
Those paintings.
What about them?
My mom used to draw something like that.
It's probably just a coincidence.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Oh my god. Definitely a coincidence. Definitely a coincidence. Dear.
Ava? That's my mom's name. She was one of the prisoners. Why did she never mention it to me?
What do you want to talk about this place?
I am forever grateful for what you did for me. He looks exactly how I remember him. I was terrified when I realized that I was starting to forget him. But now, thanks to you, I don't have to worry anymore. You'll always be with me. I'm writing this to you because I know you don't like to talk about it. But I hope one day you also get to experience what it means to be a mother. Those brief moments that we share with our children make all the suffering we go through worthwhile. Praying to God, to any God that is listening, that bless you with a child. So the mom, I'm adopted. My mama gave me away.
That's a lot of crossword puzzles.
Oh, damn, it is a lot of crossword puzzles, right?
Okay. A 4-letter word for heaven it's not.
Home. Oh. Here.
Here?
Even though I agree with the sentiment, I don't think that's it. Damn, even the crossword puzzles here are depressing.
Damn. So sad. Boop-a-doop-boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Punch card? Oh, this one's all used up.
This one is used up.
Ah, shit. They're all gonna be used up. I have to break in. More notes. Day 3. This is my 3rd day here. I still marvel at the conditions in this
How bad
place.
is the world outside that a prison seems like a better option?
I'm not reading it.
Look, this one hasn't been used at all.
You got 3 punches left.
The women here were only allowed to go downstairs a couple of times. And this
6 to
woman
be
never even
precise.
used her pass.
There's clearly some punches on it. How's that work? Surprise! Oh. Do we get it back? No. I don't understand how those punch cards
I'm
work.
glad that's over. Wait, that tree? It looks familiar.
Boop. Yeah, and it does look like a tree. Where did you get that ramen shirt? I think it was a present at some point, to be honest. I don't think I ever bought it.
This is it? This is what they were denied? The right to meet their own children? You know what? I've tried to be brave, but this is too much for me.
What?
Call for me when you're out of there.
Not understanding some of the character motivations here, but that's fine. We'll go through this creepy ward by ourselves. Children involved in the program must pass a rigorous selection process. As a first step, children with Aryan traits should be identified. They will be passed to real German families, or, once the program is underway, to the colonists. The remaining children should, by the time they are 5 years old at least, be split into 3 groups. A. Those with above average intelligence as measured on the disc, subject to programming. B. Those with normal intelligence prepared for field labor or factory work. C. Those in any manner placed in the T4 program. Alright, just dropping the hard R, huh? Note, point C does not apply to autistic children. They're difficult to manage, but score impressively in testing. Alright. Not holding back here, huh? Yo, table with the 5 months. Thank you so much. Different times. Different times. Hey, it's me. I love the casual posing on the model. So I'm walking here. I'm a skeleton here. Wish to inform you that Ulrika Haas, one of our educators, has grown louder in expressing her discontent with conditions at our school. She feels that cozy environs, exquisite food, learning through play, frequent physical activity, ample leisure time, and state-of-the-art medical care should not be wasted on the Slavic swine. Complains that our own children, Aryans who can trace their heritage back at least 7 generations, live much more modestly without such extensive pedagogical aids. All right. Furthermore, their education is frequently interrupted by the need to take shelter from enemy bombing raids. Dr. Hans Fox. Yo, this guy Fox. This Dr. Fox. What we got in here? Surprise, nothing. Woo! What is this?
Eva,
Yes?
could you open the door for me like you did before?
Are you sure you want me to do that? Knowing this place, it can be anything.
Yes,
Yes,
I
I
do.
do.
Okay, then.
Why would I not want you to open the door? This is the most moody robot I've ever met in my life. Surprise!
What is this?
Bing bong, bing bong.
They were inseminating women here. It's horrible. I knew coming in here was a bad idea.
Did you get that from just coming in here? Surprise! Oh, shit, it's school. I don't want to be here anymore. A classroom in a school? Whoa, this is too far. I knew Germans were evil. I mean, Nazis were evil. Not all Germans are evil. Just the Nazis. Dear sir, I wish to call to your attention a matter which I believe is the utmost importance to the program you oversee. Cutting-edge research by Helga Gobbles indicates teaching children to play musical instruments has a very positive effect on their intelligence, particularly their linguistic ability and spatial perception. This research's findings and methodology can be found in Helga Gobbles' fascinating doctoral dissertation, written by the young woman under the tutelage of my husband and soon to be defended. Blah, 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 do, 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 do. See little Timmy's. Oh, I can't get back to little Timmy's homework. I'll do it then. That's not where we go. Oh, there's another door. I see what it's called.
From the looks of it, the control room should be just beyond the dam.
See why this chapter's called depression, though. Like, going to school is pretty depressing. Makes sense.
It's never easy, is it? You'll have to find a way around.
Looks pretty. Down we go.
What is this place? Eva?
I grew up here.
Didn't you say that you grew up in the village in the mountains?
I did.
She
I
lied.
thought this was it.
Shimon, this isn't funny. What is going on here?
I don't know. Are you sure this is the place?
It is. At least I think it is. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Doesn't seem worth reading. I'm gonna start skimming these. Notes really haven't
This place looks really nice.
been too
You
interesting
don't
so
have
far.
to humor me. I wonder what happened to all the people who lived here with me. It looks like they're gone for good.
I'm just gonna read one line of dialogue in here because it's funny. What am I? Some kind of log chopping wood carver? It's a good insult. Goddamn log chopping wood carver.
This place looks really nice.
You don't have to humor me.
And what's here?
This is where we used to gather. My father performed rituals at that altar.
Ooh, oh shit.
They were preparing a ritual for a successful journey.
So they left without you?
It looks like they didn't finish the ceremony. It's missing some offerings. Without them, their journey won't be successful.
That's what they get for leaving you behind.
That's what they get for leaving you behind.
Yeah, I guess.
What's wrong?
It just doesn't feel right leaving it like this.
I can finish the ceremony if you
I can
want.
finish the ceremony if you want. What do we need?
2 things. An animal offering and a sacred item.
Woo, kill
What
the
should we start
goats.
with?
Kill
Let's
the
start
goats.
with
Animal offering.
An animal offering. Where can we find something like that?
We have to get creative.
Try to catch a rat.
I could try to catch a rat.
I don't think that will be necessary. I have an idea. Go behind the stage, there's a workshop there.
And we will find a food offering there?
Sort of.
A baby doll.
Are you sure?
Kill the goat.
Don't worry, it's just about symbolism. Let's look for that sacred item. Go to the bedrooms, you'll find it there.
Ooh.
Why were there so many toys there?
All the children grew up, and because of the radiation, no new ones were born. The youngest was Andek. When he turned 12, he became an adult. They
that me?
shaved his head and put all the toys in one place for future children.
They shaved his head?
He shaved his head?
Now straight ahead.
I guess we don't get to hear that dialogue. Whoops. Yo, what in here? Okay, nothing in here. Okay, can we get a shirt on real quick? Look at this shirt. He was looking pretty clean.
What am I looking for?
My hairpin.
What does the hairpin look like?
My father carved it in the shape of a bison. At least that's what he said it was. This is where I last saw it.
I can't find it.
I guess we'll have to find something else instead.
How about the ring on that drawer?
Yes, that could work. You just have to bless it, but that's not going to be difficult. It looks like we have everything. We can go back to the altar now.
Yay. Woo.
I wonder what happened to that hairpin.
Maybe they took it.
No, they knew how important it was to me.
I'm sure it will turn up somewhere.
She's gonna like, pop out of a corner and stab me with the hairpin.
Put
We're
the
gonna die.
offerings in the bowls. Now bless the items, and the ritual will be complete.
How do I do that?
How do I do that?
Just say a few words. Something profound. The gods like that.
How about... No matter how dark the night, a new day's sun will rise.
Yeah, that works. I think we did it.
We did
They
it.
should be
Woo.
successful now. Wherever they went. Thank you for doing this for me.
Just throw some trash in a pot and you're good.
And the people from that recording moved here. Did you recognize any of them? Like Lucian?
That scientist? I don't remember anyone like that. At least I don't think I do.
What we got over here? Blah, 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 blah. Something about plants.
I'm glad that we finished the ritual. Their journey should be safe now. And maybe ours will be too.
And what's here?
Something isn't right about this place.
What do you mean?
I just don't remember being here.
I like how that place had like a table for like 20, and then there were like 2 bedrooms. Oh,
The tree.
the tree.
It's the same as the one in your mom's drawings. That's Lucian, the man you're looking for. And there's Dominica. They look like they were friends.
He changed.
He definitely got older.
He's a wizard.
Oh, that is one cute baby.
Picture goes in the spot.
Your photo fits the empty space, but that doesn't make any sense. It would mean that the baby is
Whoa, it doesn't make any sense if people had a baby. The twist. I didn't see it coming, honestly. Mind blown.
I can't imagine what you're going through learning that Lucian is your father.
He will never be my father. And I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, just... Yeah, okay.
Surprise! What's behind the story? Ooh.
It must be your father's... Oh, I mean, Lucian's study.
I'll leave this with you.
Find safe.
When the time comes, it is the gods who will judge my actions. I will stand before them, I will look them in the eye, blah, 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 blah. Figure if we were in his studies, there'd be some useful notes. Ooh.
My dear friends, now that's not it. Bracia I siostry. Yes, much better. Bracia I siostry. Recently, there have been many events that have left us at a loss for words. Things that lack any rational explanation. Recoveries from illness that seemed impossible. The appearance of farm animals that were thought to be extinct. I have long believed that someone has been watching over us. Still, I was afraid to share my thoughts. That is, until now.
Lucian!
Fate has brought us here, to the land of Veles, the Slavic god of water and the underworld.
Lucian!
Water and the underworld?
Give me a moment, please. You know I get nervous before these things.
I'm sorry, just hurry up, it's getting cold.
The water world. Not gonna read it. All right. Pretty cool. Cool carving. Yep.
Can we talk about what just happened?
I don't think I want to. Let's just focus on our goal. The control room should be close.
Sure.
You said you lived here with other people?
As far as I remember,
Where did they all go?
they must have left just before you got here.
I don't think you're telling the truth.
Not telling us the truth.
So, you grew up here, underground. Do you remember the world outside?
Sure I do. Before the bombs hit, I had a normal life on the surface.
Before the bombs hit? Wasn't that like 20 years ago? That doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm not looking at all these graves. I'm not doing it. Crunch, crunch. Whoa, big jump. Whee! Oh god.
Is this the right path?
I don't know.
I don't want to be here anymore.
It can't
I'm
be much out
scared.
there.
This
Please, you need
seems
to
a bad
help
idea.
me.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how.
It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Whoa.
Your name's on the grave.
What?
What's going on here?
I don't remember. I don't want to remember.
Fernando? That's his name. You're his
I don't want to hear it. You should never have come here.
But you wanted me to help you.
You can't help me. No one can. This place was built on lies and death. There's only pain here. I'm not going to suffer anymore. I'm shutting it down. It's over. You hear me? It's over.
Eva?
It's over.
Eva?
No.
Father. And I will say this is whether you want me to or not.
What are you doing, stepsis? We're a family. We stick together. I've only known you for like 20 minutes, but I think I love you. Warning, the BFG 10,000 is firing. Okay, run. Why did it just like... I just get silenced all of a sudden? Whoa. Jump it down. Whoa. Oh, this broke again. I said this is... Oh. Can I jump down anyways? Or is it going to force me out? Alright, cool. Doesn't matter that it broke. Sweet. Alright. Yeah, I saw that the the prompt didn't stay up, so... Figured we might have to reload checkpoint. We're good. Cool beans. Oh. Look at that butt. Medical sheet. Checks out. Checks out. This part. Usually when people say this part, I mean it's an epic boss battle that's about to happen. Oculus. Plugging in robot sis. Yo, they had the perfect opportunity to put 69% in this game and they didn't do it. So, how good is this game really?
I hit the pin, so we'll be together. I made sure of that, but I can't shake the feeling that I'm forgetting something. Stop. The faithful need not be afraid. The faithful are protected. It's cause and effect. Cause and effect. As for the others, we must hope for the best and prepare for the worst. If anything happens,
Hear something happening.
just remember to monitor their heart rates. There's no need for anything drastic.
Overwatch mode. Damn, we're playing Overwatch now? Game took a turn.
Welcome to our humble home. My heart rejoices to see us all together as sisters and brothers. You were all summoned here to proclaim your allegiance to the gods. That was the agreement. And you have stood by your word.
Dude.
We who have been blessed by the gods will prove the power of our faith to the doubtful.
Guard post the village. Guard post. Alerts. No. Switched overview. Oh god.
You damn fools!
You damn fools.
Zostaw mnie! Zostaw mnie! Kurwa! You haven't the slightest idea. You will feel the wrath of the gods.
Emergency sedative release. Shit. I feel like they wanted these computer parts to be way more impressive than they are, but it's just like, it's too much to keep track of for really not any benefit. you gotta read what he's saying. You gotta read these things at the bottom really quickly. The stuff on the right just doesn't ever really matter. Little maps and stuff. Threat level critical. Oh, shit. That was a quick reboot.
So, this is it for me, huh? Do what you want. I refuse to be part of your twisted little fantasy any longer.
Gets locked down. Exposed to lethal amounts of sedatives. Isolation. Locked. View room map.
The unfaithful are no more. They brought
This is
the
all a
wrath of
playback
the
anyways,
gods
so I
upon
don't-
themselves. Do you understand? They are to blame. But we're still together.
Classic mom and dad fighting.
What matters is all
Like
right.
Christmas all over again.
What happened to her?
Well, alert's off. This is about like pre-childhood trauma, like trauma that happened before I was even born. Seems like. Boop. Going deeper. I don't like that these elevator doors don't close all the way. Babyhood trauma. Pull the lever. Backup generator. Ah, shit. Choice of top or bottom button don't matter, by the way. Yeah, it seems like most things in this game don't matter. I'm gonna choose this way. %40 of energy. I got 40%. Well, I have 80%. Oh. Whoa. Wowers. Oop. Wrong choice. Kind of overreading notes, to be honest. Whoa. There's a lot of skulls.
I know I can fix this.
The only thing we can do now is pray.
Stop.
If this is what the gods want for us, then we should accept it.
I said stop. There's something we can do. I just need more time.
Lucian, we have to accept things the way they are. This place you're in, it isn't healthy. You have to move on. Why would you even want to bring a child into this world?
Because We need to.
We need to.
Does
Look at
that
all those
mean
memory tubes.
He made me?
It's legendary lore paper. It's who needs to read? Alright, over here going. Oh, I can't undo the power. Overload. I don't understand how the doors work. I'm powering up the doors. Just getting energy out of nowhere.
So this is where you spend all of your time.
Dominica?
I came to talk.
Not right now.
I know we haven't seen eye to eye for a very long time, but I wanted to put our differences aside and come here to extend my condolences.
Thank you. But I have to get back to work.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. People at the processing plant are worried. No one's seen you since the funeral.
I've been busy. As I said, I need to get back to work.
I understand that's how you operate, but this obsession, it's not healthy.
Wait. The plant isn't overloading the system, is it?
No, everything's working fine. People are calling it a miracle.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it's like to lose a child.
Dominica, I don't have time for it.
Time for what? Grieving the death of your daughter?
You don't understand. I can still do something.
She's gone, Lucian. You can't bring her back. There's not going to be a second miracle.
Yo, what up, GB?
Just you wait and see.
So... he faked her death?
Guy still thinks he's a real boy, real girl. Oh, yeah, that's too much. A lot of science mumbo jumbo. Big words and even bigger pages. I don't know. The silver one. Aw, shit. Nice job. Nicely done. Anything up here? Nope. Okay. Let's go open the other door. See if it just blows up. Yeah, it's a lot of English for... Is that going... What was that? I don't understand how these doors work. I have a thought that this, like, undoes everything else, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. Open door. Oh, no. I don't know. What? What am I supposed to do here? Okay. Can't activate this because it's overloaded. Right, that makes sense. But I can't unswitch these. Put it back. I don't see another way to go. You get the true ending? I don't know if I'm gonna get the actual ending at this point. Yeah, turn the things. What do I do. Should have read the notes. Should have read the lore. I don't know where to go. Where's my progress at? Yeah, I mean, it seems like that only wants you to do... Oh, here's the ladder. That's what I was looking for. I just didn't know where the exit was. I encourage that multiple playthrough thing. I ain't coming back for that other door. I ain't doing it. This looks safe. For sure. Could restore checkpoint? No, never. Acceptance. Woo! Out of depression. We made it. Boom, 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 boom. Finger guns. Chapter 5. Just tell you, I mean, I don't really care. I don't imagine it's terribly important. Whoa. This looks safe. We got accepted. Oop. Is this Baja Blast? Is this a sea of Baja Blast? It's time. It was fate that brought us to this place, and it is fate that now leads us away. We leave tomorrow in search of another place that we can call home. We mistook this place for paradise. We know now that it was never meant to be our paradise, but it could be yours. I know you will come here. If not in a year, then perhaps in 5. If not in 5, then in 10. But you will come here. You cannot avoid it. It may seem cruel, but the gods have a plan for us all. Try to run from your destiny, but it'll catch up with you in the end. You will come here. You will have a chance to make everything right. You know what needs to be done. Simon. Lucky John. Whoa. Our pop is writing to us now. He's our pen pal. Taking a boat. A little cutscene action. I have no idea what needs to be done, to be honest. What does it mean? Bring a sibling to run the system? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense that she's the robot. See if I have to keep doing that. Oh my god, I do have to keep doing it. Why? Let's make it a cutscene, dude. Switch back over. No, not the white flash. No. Mama. Well, Mama, that's kind of thick at the bottom. Huh?
Did you read something to you?
No, the light is hurting my eyes today. Open the drawer for me, would you?
Wearing a mask.
Got upset when you found that. I shouldn't have.
It's okay, Mom.
It's a lighter that we used for all of 30 seconds at the beginning of the game.
Hope who forgives you?
When he sees what a smart, brave young man you turned out to be.
Mom, what are you talking about? Forgive you for what?
Forgive me for taking you away from me.
Mom, I don't
No.
understand. Why are you telling me this?
That's a lot of pillows there. No.
Mom, it's not your fault. You did what you had to.
Back to rowing. Whee! Well, we might be Simon, but at least we're not Booker. We're definitely rowing. This is where Papa is. Papa's got a pretty cool place. With the two red lights, which I don't know what those red lights are supposed to be, it just looks like an evil tree. Like those are the eyeballs. The branches are the arms. That's all I see. I have to get in the other side. And I'll become part of the computer.
I bet this isn't how you imagined you'd find me.
Is that hair?
Everything came back to me when you found that grave. Like a flood. To think I was keeping the truth from myself for all that time. It's amazing.
I thought those were like
what a human
wires.
is
But like,
capable of.
it's supposed to be hair.
Eva, you're alive.
I am.
That's good.
At this point, I don't really know, Shimon. What I do know is that I was really upset when I told you to leave. Now I'm glad you didn't listen.
There are so many things I want to...
I'm tired, Shimon. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I think I'd like to go.
What do you mean?
I want you to unplug me.
I am my sister's keeper.
Why?
Shimon, I don't even understand what I am anymore.
You're my
You're
sister.
my sister.
I always wanted to have a sibling. I'm glad I can call you brother. Thank you for saying that. You know, I tried to forgive him for leaving me here, but I can't. Do you think that makes me a bad person? Tell me, what kind of father condemns his own daughter to oblivion?
I'm not sure what to say.
Like neither of these are good options. Alright, chat, this is called Mouse Wheel Roulette. I'm just gonna free scroll it and hit it.
Lucian lied about your death to save you.
And you think it was justified?
I think he loved you as a father more than anything else.
The random button. Alright, random this too. It's spinning.
Lucian made me. In a lab.
How could I say it? Ah, shit, I fucked up.
Must have been for a
No.
reason.
Maybe it was always about us meeting here? Shimon,
I'm
that's
a
really lot
monster.
to take in. I don't know what to do with it. How do you imagine my life here will look, huh? You think I'll be able to go outside, see the sunshine? What happens if there's a power outage and I'm all alone? Or if someone comes and tries to take this place and use it? You think I'll be strong enough to defend myself?
You're stronger than you think. Eva, tell me, what will happen to you if I agree?
Well, that depends on what you believe happens when someone dies. What do you think?
I don't know, because I'm a 12-year-old kid.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's scary, right? It makes you feel small, insignificant. That's probably what we are at the end of the day. I think you're ready
Ready for what?
They kill me.
to make the decision. I want you to know that I'll accept your decision no matter what it is.
That's not true. I will unplug you.
I will do it. Eva?
I'm here. Thank you, Shimon. It's a relief to know my fate is settled. But that leaves us with you. What are you going to do?
I'm thinking about leaving this place.
I want to leave this place. What do you think?
I think you're making the right choice. There's nothing good to be found here anymore. This place can finally be forgotten. So, what's your final decision, Shimon?
I'm leaving, staying, leaving, staying, leaving, staying, leaving.
I will go.
Take care out there. I hope you find what you're looking for. Goodbye, brother.
So sad. Yank out the cables. Boop. Yep, still there. Oh my god. No. I think host ones, if you decide to stay, you get in the other side. There's another tube on the left-hand side. Over there. I'm imagining if you choose to stay, you hop in that bad boy. Become host one. How the fuck is gonna leave? Yeah, I don't know. The dad left somehow, right? I thought we were gonna get a confrontation with the dad, but I guess he just went off to start a new family. Literally Metro. Yeah. Bing, bing, bong. Back when we started a new family without our sister. I don't know. Dad did it. Find a way. West Virginia the whole time. Fuck. The Nazis were in West Virginia. I knew it. Some claps. Choose to stay with her. The scene turns into green and life blooms, ice melting. Interesting. Yeah, I was getting achievements for like every choice I made at the end, so I assume a lot of the achievements were just which ending you choose. Whether you stay, go, unplug her, or not. The bad ending. Isn't an interesting title. I think my biggest complaint was honestly just the controls. Really, really janky. The double bass. This is an interesting game. I can't say, I wouldn't say it's bad in any way. It's just, I feel like everything, and it's been done many times over and smoother and better. Not in just gaming, but in just stories, movies, TV shows. Is Close to the Sun but better? It's definitely on the same style of Close to the Sun. I don't know. I might have liked Close to the Sun better just because the setting. I think the story was a bit better. But it's definitely in that realm of game. Close to the Sun. I mean, Close to the Sun had like a puzzle or two to it. If they made this a movie instead. I don't know. What if? What if? Yeah, Close to the Sun does have the running away sequences. I'd say at least in this game, the audio is balanced. Close to the Sun is all over the place with audio. After credits. Nope. It's back. Here. I just want to see how many effectively achievements I got. I got 8 out of 12. Gonna see what the other ones are for. 4 hidden achievements. Nope. Probably the different endings. I'm gonna assume. Well, that was a fun game. I think I'll hold off on the other game I have, either until tomorrow or another day. Run it back. No. Once was good enough for me. Yeah, it was enjoyable. I wouldn't say it's bad at all, but it's hard to say it's good when I've just played better versions of this game multiple times over. Like the twists with computers and other game. Yeah, I have another game that came out like yesterday or the day before. It's called Sanity of Morris. It's kind of, I think, in the same vein of this, but it might have some more puzzles. Looks pretty cool. Got it downloaded and ready to go. I didn't know how long this was gonna be, and I don't know how long that's gonna be, and I don't want to like commit to a 5-hour game or something. So might check this out tomorrow or like Friday or something. I don't know. Depends when I feel like fitting it in the schedule. How do I find all these cool story exploration games? I just like continuously look through new games coming out. I spend a lot of time going through just trash stuff, and I'm like, oh hey, this looks kind of interesting, and I really like these first-person, either glorified walking sims or things that have a little bit of puzzles and stuff. Interesting trash. No, there's a lot of just stuff that gets flooded on like feeds I use to look for new games. A lot of like puzzle sliders and mobile games and stuff. I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna keep scrolling and I'll see like an interesting. Usually I just look for like a good thumbnail and I'm like, oh, that art looks cool, and I'll click on it. It's like 50-50 whether it's a game like this or it's something that's like itch.io stuff. Yeah. It's very hit or miss. You either, like a game like this, looking through just like thumbnails and stuff, you either get something along the lines of What Remains of Edith Finch, or you get what was that game called? The hotel game. Suicide of Rachel Foster. Or more like Close to the Sun. It's like somewhere in between. I think they're definitely interesting. They're usually they don't have the best narratives, despite the fact that they are narrative-driven games. But it's still a fun time just to walk through. I just like first-person games. You know? Make a decent-looking first-person game with an interesting enough story, and I'll play it. Pretty much. Alright, that's gonna wrap it up for my stream tonight. Like I said, I do have Sanity of Morris to check out. I don't know if that'll be tomorrow. Might do some Apex tomorrow. I might eventually do Fear 2 tomorrow. I don't know. Drizzlepath? Yeah, I don't know if you saw in the Discord. I put it in the mod chat. The guy who made Drizzlepath and all those games, since the last time I checked in on him, he's released like 4 new titles. I don't know how. I don't know if I'm up to playing 4 of those games. They actually look a little bit better. Like there's actually interactable stuff and maybe some puzzles. You know, it might be worth checking out. I don't know. Those games are a trip. Better? Yeah, I really should. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I will catch you guys hopefully tomorrow. That's my plan. Plans to stream tomorrow.